What lessons have we learned, and what relevance do they have for the situation in Haiti today? I think we can draw two main lessons from the experience of urban land tenure reforms around the world. First, as we said before, one size does not fit all. The solutions to the problems of urban poverty, housing need, and the provision of urban services to the poor require land tenure to be considered as one element among many factors. Second, the land tenure forms appropriately vary with the needs of the population and the conditions of the particular city or zone. Thus, when we're designing projects or programs that are intended to strengthen urban land and property rights, the primary goal is to adjust and redefine the forms of tenure to fit the reality of the urban situation. Now, how does this apply to the situation in Haiti? I think we can turn back to a slide we saw early in the discussion that showed how the process of urbanization transformed rural rights into a new regime of urban rights. I think the same reasoning applies in the situation of post-disaster property and land rights restitution and reconstruction. The earthquake has made it necessary to create a new post-disaster urban land and property regime that will accommodate two inconsistent priorities. First, it must allow all citizens to occupy some land for housing and workspace with enough tenure rights to support reconstruction. It also must allow public control of areas sufficient to rebuild streets, services, and public facilities. At the same time, must allow people who had property rights in the past to revive or recreate these in some way so that fair compensation for what was lost can be provided. The various mechanisms we've talked about of collective, conditional forms of tenure, subordinate forms of tenure, suggest that there may be ways to reconcile these two priorities on the same land. It may be useful to look back at the experience of the East European states, such as Latvia and Lithuania, which in the 1990s made the decision to revive the property rights of families who had lost them in 1939 and 1940. Latvia and Lithuania therefore provide models for how past rights can be fulfilled compatibly with current rights of people who physically occupy the land. In the next module, the issues of post-disaster land tenure in Haiti will be discussed in detail. Thank you very much.